Hello everyone, welcome back to Constantly Quarantined. I've got another Battle Song video. This is one that I've been waiting to do for quite a bit. I'm going to be reviewing the Squid Industries Krake Raken trainer, which is my new favorite Battle Song that I own. Particularly because it's just such a well-made knife. And I love it, and I'm going to talk about it for a little bit. So, first things first, just because I want to get this out of the way, I'd like to show you the tolerances of this knife. So, if that can focus, it has very minimal play, like basically zero play, and it has no tap. Sorry, it's so blurry. Yeah, has like zero tap, and that was out of the box. I've had this for 2 weeks now. 2 weeks, yeah. And it's just such a perfect knife, or trainer. I love it so much. Like, I'd heard good things about the Kraken, and I was hoping to get a Kraken as my first live blade, but what you're probably thinking right now is, how did he get that and only get it 2 weeks ago? The first production run for these things ended, and they had to drop this week, not 2 weeks ago. The answer to that question is that I was curious. I'd never had a limited edition knife, and I love the idea of the first production run for these, and I was curious if they had any left. I emailed Squid and was like, hey, you guys got any, did the first production run for the Kraken trainers end? And they were like, it did, but we actually have one more blue one that's blemished, but we've still got it if you're interested. And I was, because this is kind of a grail for me. It's serialized as number 61, which is totally awesome. I didn't even think it would come serialized because it's blemished, but it did, which is like ridiculous. And even though it is blemished, I see nothing wrong with it. Like, it had some pivot lube stains on the serialized logo, but I removed that easily with an eraser. Sorry about the lighting. Also, the first production run had a limited thing that doesn't come with the new Kraken trainers, but it has a reflective logo on both sides and a dark blast finish on the blade. I'd like to talk about this blade, which is a ridiculously well-machined blade. It's like, obviously it's not a blade, it's a trainer blade, and it's dulled, but if I only flipped live blades, I would want this. Like, if I despised trainers as like a Battle Song enthusiast, and I was like, I only flip live blades, I hate trainers, I would still want this just for the look of the trainer blade. It is the coolest trainer blade I've ever seen. It's got this really cool, like, line going up the top that ends in a circle up there, and these cool notches, and it does have a chamfered spine. It also rings a little bit. I don't know if you can hear that. It's probably really difficult to hear. It doesn't ring like a Squid trainer. It rings more subtly and quietly, like, I don't know, like a Triton, maybe? Or I guess a Triton would ring a bit louder. This is like their most quiet metal trainer, in my opinion. But the texturing on it is insane. Like, compared to the Squid trainer, which I have right here, the Squid trainer's good, and I like the texturing on it. Of course, it's like a very good texturing, good for grip, but it feels rougher and more dry, and it's like slippery as well. Just on the sides here, it's smooth, which makes it slippery. I'm also very sorry about the focus, but yeah. That's just like, that was kind of a surprise to me. I figured that the grip would be just like the Squid trainer, but it was not. It was even better. The grip on the Kraken trainer was like smoother and like it had been oiled, and it's just like slicker, which you might think that would be slippery, but it's not. It's not slippery at all. The Squid trainer is slipperier than this thing. This thing is the grip is so well done, and it's just insane. And I'm very proud to own this thing. I'm so happy that I got it, personally. Because it's just such a well-machined knife in general, but also just because of the first production run, that was quite a privilege. And, yeah. But yeah, the handle texturing is just incredible, and it's my favorite. That is one of the reasons it is my favorite knife that I own right now. One of the second reasons that it's my favorite is because of the color, which is like really cool and reflective. And because I'm filming in 4K, it looks super dope. But in any lighting, it's not like ever one shade of blue. It comes out of the box sort of like an aqua blue kind of thing. And then if the sun hits it, it looks lighter and shinier, and it looks so nice because of the anodized aluminum. Anodized. Wow. I'm good at English, as you can tell. Yeah, and I also love the shape of the handles. It's not blocky, but it's not round either. It's both. It's like, I don't like handles that are too rounded because they just slip out of your hands like a squid trainer. I prefer them to be blocky, but not too blocky. This is literally this is perfect for me, this handle shape. As well as the outside of the edges of the handles are very smooth, and they've got these grooves in them that are meant to improve choker fans and I think Murnax ladders and basically anything that in any trick in which you'd need to grip the edges or the ends of the handles. Also, sorry about my flipping. I'm trying to avoid flipping too heavily, and I don't want to flip too crazily in this video because I just really I don't want this to develop play or anything because it's just so good and I love it. Something else that I'd like to note is that it's very clean out of the box, and it stays that way. And it's just because of the color, I think, but also the blade. It's very well machined to make it look incredible. The bushings feel crazy. It does run on bushings, I should have mentioned that, sorry. So specs of this thing would be that it runs on bushings, instead of washers like the usual Squid Trainer and Triton and Mako, etc. And its channel design, which is pretty on par for most squids, but I prefer it to sandwich, except for the Alpha Beast, which I would love to get one of those in the future. I think that's the best sandwich design flipper out there. Other than that, though, I just prefer channel. Gosh, yeah, you can see I'm pretty superstitious about flipping a bunch. It's also got this cool texturing. It's like a pattern on the handles, as well as these lines and these holes, which I think are one of the reasons that this thing rings. I don't know. I'm not a balisong engineering expert, so don't take my word for any of that. Other specs about this would be that it's made of anodized aluminum, and the blade is made of AEB-L steel, which is different than what they usually use for blade material. For the Squid Trainer, the blade material is 440 stainless steel with a stonewash finish. And something I should note is for all Squid products, the logo is always laser engraved. But some differences that I'd note between the Squid Trainer and the Kraken Trainer are that the Kraken Trainer is lighter and feels better in the hands because it's thinner and longer. The Squid Trainer is dope, don't get me wrong, I love this thing. But it feels more clunky when you're flipping. It also has a a louder ring, and it's louder in general. The main reason I like this I prefer this over the Squid trainer is because it's just lighter, and it's clinky like an Alpha Beast. Like, it clinks when you flip it and it kind of rings. And because of that, you'd think it'd be kind of like loose, you know? But as I showed before, it has no tap, like basically zero play. And instead of feeling loose when you flip it, because the bushings are so well tuned, and Squid Industries just makes such quality products, it's like bouncy. It's like it clinks, but it's like so smooth at the same time, which I didn't think was possible in a ballad song until I got this thing. And I just love it so much. Yeah, some of the last of the specs for this are that it has a dark blasted finish on the blade, a reflective logo. I've already said this, but this is exclusive to the first production run ones. Something else I should note is it's obviously latchless. It runs on Zen pins instead of Tang pins, which I'm okay with. I've never flipped I have never flipped a Talisong. This is true. Don't think I ever will. I have never flipped a Balisong that runs on Tang pins, but I'm hoping I will. I'm hoping to get an Alpha Beast next. It's like my next grail, apart from this. So I think I wouldn't know the difference between Zen pins and Tang pins, essentially. But, yeah. I think that the Zen pins, you can't really tell that they're there. It just flips so well because of the bushings. But yeah, it's got like a really you can tell it's just so well made. In my opinion, this is their best quality product. I don't really know what else to say about this. I'm sorry if this was a kind of boring video, because I haven't flipped much with this. I'll switch to my Squiddy, so that you guys can, see how good I am at really flipping, or how terrible, I guess. But yeah, I'm not going to compare the Kraken trainer to the Squiddy, obviously, just because Squiddy is not, it's in a league of its own with the other Squids and the BB Barfly OGs, and basically the cheaper trainers that you can get. Though I will say that I flip my Squiddy more than my Kraken trainer, and that's not because I like it better than... sorry, I work my 0G chaplains. I did just learn that trick, so... That is not... The reason I flip this more than my Kraken trainer is obviously not because I like it more. It's because this is a beater, and I don't want to beat on my Kraken trainer. I need a beater, and I have a plastic Balisong for that reason. Beating on my Kraken trainer is like a nightmare of mine. Or just dropping it in general. I've never even done an aerial on my Kraken trainer. It's so new, and it's so perfect. I feel like it's so well made that it wouldn't develop tapper play easily. But I don't want to risk it, if that makes sense. But yeah. I hope you guys liked that review of the Kraken trainer. If you didn't, let me know. I'm thinking about getting an Alpha Beast next, though. I don't know when the next drop is, and I probably will miss out because they're so hard to get. Though they have been frequently popping up on Blade HQ, which is pretty convenient. And they haven't sold out immediately. So I'm hoping for another one of those little things. Other future announcements for our channel, I guess, would be I might be visiting McCabe soon, so we can maybe do a video together. Can't guarantee that, though. That's still in conversation, in consideration or whatever. But yeah, something else might be comparison with the Squid Trainer V3.5 and the Squid Industries Mako, which is my brother's, but he lets me borrow it sometimes. Which, by the way, if you're considering getting this for a beginner, please do. It's a genuinely good battle song. It's well machined. It's got these little clicks and everything. It's got a hidden Zen configuration, which I'm totally on board with. It makes some really nice sounds. It flips well, even though it's sandwich design. And, dang, sorry. I'm not flipping very well today. Sorry about that. But yeah, this has been a review of the Kraken Trainer. Thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comment below. Or if you have anything you'd like to insult me about on my flipping, please let me know. Because, you know, I've had better flipping days. This is just mainly because I want to keep this in good condition. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm not going to keep you any longer. Peace.